Welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day today. We're going to be doing another Alundra speedrun, getting it today, hopefully all the way through. Unlike the last state, which was a softy situation, which was brilliant, fantastic on my behalf. I'm just amazing at video games, Kappa. But we get to the end of this run, we can set up some new splits and see how we're looking. I need to derust in certain strats, so I might make mistakes, but the movement should be good. Right? Because of all the rando runs and everything. That's where, like, all this other time save will come in. And once Derust is complete, we'll set up a really cool time, I'd say. Alright. We'll get right into it. I just need to pull up the chat real quick, and we're good. Gotta pull you guys up. Okay, that looks good to me. There's the splits. Don't need to think. 3, 2, 1, go. The fun thing about playing this on hardware, it feels so good. Compared to, like, emulator feels great at this point because I got it on the good settings. Playing it on hardware just feels even better. Hard to describe. We're still streaming at 4K. Not 4K, but like 4,000 bitrate with 1440 by 810. I mean, I could change that, but I forgot. Padre, good, have a good run. Thank you for the comment. Oh, why'd I dash there? Professional over here. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking to have some fun with it. Kick some ass today. Alex, will I get top 3 this year? Will I get wrecker? Nah. I want to see gold. All right. I'm sending gold bars to your location as we speak in exchange for real money. They're not fake. No. They're not actually just chocolate in disguise. I'm gonna mash here anyway. I normally don't bother because it's like saves barely any frames. Just randos? Oh, fair enough. These splits above my head are not my best splits. They're just some random mix between emulator and hardware, and they're not even complete. I don't have my old splits, basically, is what I'm saying. What I do have is the ability to beat to go fast. Yeah, Alundra is quite scary in this scene, I will admit. The townspeople don't even know how to react to him. What's going on? Why is he jumping back there? Seem all pretty spooked out by it. I don't doubt you can get top 3, yeah. Boop, boop. You can time it as well if you want to jump at a different timing. Holding the button does that, though. Debug. And I guess the way they handled cutscenes is they would put, like, the cameras attached to character in certain games. So at least in the early scenes, they likely put Alundra on the scene somewhere, but hid him or made him invisible. But that debug there is just a test, like if he where he is present while the screen is doing things. So my guess is because the camera control was attached to the player, and they wanted to test things out, that they forgot that debug at some point. Now, it could be the case that they reprogrammed how cutscenes work later in the game, because they have reprogrammed how torches work from the Fire Manor until later game. In Fire Manor, they're activated by Bomb, and they can't be activated by Fire Wand, and by the time they come up later, that is obviously inverted. So, and the same with switches. Like, certain switches can be activated by Bean, So it seems like they've recreated the same events for whatever reason. Like, they took the base code and messed with it a little bit. So some switches are activated by beams, others aren't. And some of the purple torches can be activated by bow. The ones in Navis Keep, I think, are intentionally only sword, though. They didn't want you to cheese it, I think. But yeah. I just think it's an interesting thing. They messed with things and redid things. But yeah, that's likely a carryover from testing, like, where in the camera control is Alundra. Always interested in Alundra lore, that's cool. Like, I come from the perspective of understanding game design to a degree, but it doesn't mean I understand everything. I'll pretend to, though. This month, I made a plan to start making a new video game, like a proper attempt, and not just some scrappy attempts that I throw away later. See how it goes. If no one else knows, then no one can challenge you. I'll have to keep things a secret. What kind of style? It's hard to say, because I'm in my brain, I have a certain idea, but like I don't know if I want to commit to that idea, or I have ideas that are very one way or the other. I think the first game I want to make in this way will probably be something Metroidvania-like, but high emphasis on rewards for exploration, and high emphasis on Easter eggs, high emphasis on combat, high emphasis on movement, that won't break the platforming. Like, the platforming is going to be difficult. Getting to sound a little bit like Silksong, but I like the Castlevania format of Metroidvania, so maybe something like that. We'll see. I don't know how I'm going to go about it, but yeah. I thought about making it 3D because I think there's a lot of potential in 3D environments that can be explored this way. Like, a game that's heavy on platforming and exploration with great combat and a 3D environment. That'd be very interesting. But I think 3D is way more effort, and if I just commit to 2D, I can come up with something still. Yeah, the 2.5D, I've started thinking maybe that. Alundra's platforming is actually quite unique, because everything has to be put on like a certain height for it to work as it does. Basically, it would make it a programming nightmare to mimic Alundra style to a degree. But imagine that, another game like this. That'd be really sick. So my movement has been a little not great in some places. I'll read in a sec, I'm just a little distracted. So things you could hide at... Oh my god, my mouse is covering that. Some things hide you at 2 tiles, I guess. Others you can't jump over. I would say that you need to see where you're at in items, like desert track. I guess you could do a silhouette thing. I don't know. I don't find it that big a deal, but other people do, so I'll keep that in mind if I was to do that. Shit, floppy. No, I do get you. What I find amusing as well is in a 2.5D game like this, you're not going to platform downwards because you can't see the character. Not so much. Like, oh, the Cliffs of Madness, if that was the other perspective, you have to jump down into it, would not really work. You'll always be uphill from the perspective. But that's not like a problem, I just think it's amusing to know. Dun, dun, dun. Welcome, Uzi. We here for a long time or a good time? Or both? Yo, thanks, Rex. It's been a while, so... Also, I haven't been practicing, but... YOLO, man. We got this. I'll be practicing again. Da, da. Ba-ba-bum. Goatner. Root. Goat's Manor would have worked better. I feel so. Yeah, actually. Hottest dungeon in the game. That's why we like visiting turns all the time. We do it for fun. My movement choices are confusing me a little bit, but let's roll with it. Hardest dungeon in the game? Said your mom. True. Yeah. I was split. So these splits are not my true splits. These are just some makeshift splits that are a mix between emulator and the last day I was running on hardware, but I made a lot of dumb mistakes, like time loss. Like I had to re-leave Coastal Cave like twice because I forgot to do the cutscene skip. Or the cutscene thing. What's up, Alfredo? Arns makes you matter. Oh, why am I doing tapping run there? I was expecting to get attacked by Merg. Because when I enter Tarn's Manor and randomizers, sometimes I use the wall and then they attack me on the way out. My brain is getting like spaghetti-ified, and what a dumb bad jumping. I still do this safety strat for the bomb, but I got a first try last time, so I don't really need to do this as much. And I could afford to pick up less life vessels, but we'll do the stuff I normally do, and then we'll go and adjust strats later. If you guys want to race another rando the next weekend, I'm down. I plan to update the hit mode a little bit if we're racing that mode. But yeah, just add a bit of stability to it, a bit more intuition to how it works, and GG's. I don't know whether should I climb the stairs there or just dash it. I just pick one based on impulse now. So this is great safety for anybody learning to run, what I do. I click all these extra herbs, I buy extra stuff here. Highly recommend, because there's many times people running the game just pick up those herbs later anyway. Anyways, that'd be dope. I do like racing the rando, I just know that I'm too used to it now with the tracker. It does change how things feel a lot, like if you were used to doing the vanilla type of rando. Archipelago, Alundra, win? I want to put that on my roadmap, honestly. Raining outside. It was like the one day I thought it would be sunny and it's like bright outside and it's like, oh, rain got in there somehow. Ah. That's what happens when I step on a Lego. Mm-hmm. Freaking Ribena slimes over here. Leave my bro Wendell alone. Best friends, you know. I think it's really funny how some of the miners actually know Alundra. He hasn't really interacted with them. But technically you could interact with them at least once. Before this. They're all like... The lineman is like, oh man, Alundra saved me from the bergs. Like, I don't know shit about him, dude. Glad we can work together making a guide to set up everything for the rando. Oh no, I can make a guide for the rando, but I'm definitely happy to do it. But what have you been thinking about it so far, for X? If you have any feedback or things, feel free to let me know. I still don't understand why your presets generate differently than the rest of us. I don't understand that. But I will say there is actually good potential for routing in the rando. It would be sick if we eventually get like nightmare dungeons in there. But as I thought would be a cool way of divvying things up, like I don't know, sometimes stuff is in the nightmare dungeon, sometimes it's not. You know what I mean? Like, so we don't have to clear every single dungeon all the time. Another wacky idea is if like a nightmare dungeon was to take over the place of another dungeon that needs similar equipment to get into, like Magiskar needs at least flail. Modes would be cool, I don't know. That fight was clean enough, actually. Yeah, I'm quite happy playing the way it is. It's just, you know, we all kind of want to have that element of the game in there too. I want to just double jump around the nightmare dungeons, you know? It would be really funny. The potential for room rando could be done with a script. I tried changing the map ID and it didn't quite work the way I thought it would. It just kept sending me to like the wrong area or similar area section. Hard to explain. Like it would send me to an overworld that's like one screen. What the heck? Well, there goes the run. Some reason, my Elgato turned off and on. That's happened to me before, but I found a fix for it. What was the fix, dude? This is a different computer. I don't know, man. Let's just hope it doesn't happen too often. Yeah, a way to present soft locks, like, you could just have like something in the second menu that once you push a button while hovering over, you just get kicked out of the dream dungeon. And depending on which dream dungeon you're in, you check the map ID and you get teleported back to where you should be. But as I state, I know the Dreamwalker tool has map IDs locked, like, or understands how they work, because when I put teleporters in the Dreamwalker tool, they worked. They genuinely worked fine. So I'm guessing there's a map ID thing, and then there is like, you need another variable set to the correct thing too for it to actually work. If I could find the other variable, yeah, it'd be not too hard to program something like that. Anyway, I'm excited to try to get some more stuff working anyway. And in the meantime, whoever wants to rando race, let's go. I have more streaming freedom these days, which is great. But I can't stream too late into the evenings though, but otherwise we're good. Kind of nice doing midday streams actually in its own way. Nice sword attack. Pay attention, Sky. God damn it. But I'm excited to do things. I can make an Alundra rando tutorial today. The crowd control stuff, if anybody wants to know how that works, I can help. It no longer requires Python installations, which is a big gatekeeper for using it. But yeah, the crowd control thing is more of a gimmick than anything. Still a lot of fun. I think it'd be really funny if two people were racing and crowd control was on both racers. So people could sabotage and benefit whoever they want. It's a different story. That sounds like more of like a gimmick event kind of thing. I run a second channel called Mega Speedruns, and we tend to like just race mainly Mega Man against each other. And it happens every like second week-ish. Or maybe every third week sometimes, because it's been pretty inactive in some ways, but usually there's a bit of a crowd there. It'd be really funny to do something like that there. Sabotage each other, but I wouldn't be the one sabotaging. Like, it would be the people in the community that want to help one player over the other. You'd be like, Alex, you'd be like, chat, help me. I don't want Sky to have an advantage. There you go. Take his bean away. NoHotDogs.com. That doesn't sound like a fun website. NoHotDogs.com. Does that exist? It's a slow-mo other people group. Alfredo, because you said it, I just noticed a YouTube comment earlier today. Should have replied. Oh, what the hell? That must be a rando habit or something, opening chests. I feel so bad when I have a Falcon in my inventory when I'm doing a run. Rando Bryant, indeed. But yeah, like so I got I know, but you said so many. I gotta. I wanted to say the Gilder is cheaper. Now it's a 10-to-1 ratio, which I think might be more fair. Yeah, I'll work on it, Fish. I don't know how hard it would be to program, but if I can wrap my head around it, you can bet your funny arse I'll do it. I keep looking out the windows. Like when it's raining splash against a window, you gotta look at it. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate it. I might cut down some of the live VODs, just take out some of the fluff, and just post it as a video. I know it's not the edited, as stylistically edited, or it's not as edited. But I do think I can, if I do that, I can get way more YouTube videos out. Which would mean some live streams would just be duplicated into a video without the intro, without some of the filler and the bathroom breaks. Bum, 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 bum. Give me it. I want to use this to blow up Olin's house. Dun, dun, dun. Unless somebody got there before me. I doubt that. What are the odds? Son of a bitch. Too early. Yeah. The timing for this is kind of sketch for me at the moment. Kind of lost it. Or not. Or not. Whatever. I don't care anymore. August is so far away, and you said that last year. I don't trust you anymore. If you don't play any Alundra in April, I'll be upset. First it was Alundra April, then it was Alundra August, then it was Alundra never. Make false promises. I'm playing about the game, yeah. If you compliment the game, that's when shit goes bad. You know? You have to play. It's actual meta. Oh, nice. Who bonks on that doorway, man? You and Alfredo racing this? Be funny. I keep staring at the window. I'm not used to seeing the daylight when I stream. It's a new phenomenon. Oh yeah, my just blame Sky. I could jump into VC. I just think it was real funny trying to explain the ice puzzle to you. I gave you a solution that I thought was the most foolproof. But I think the extra step or two just screwed you instead. Could have explained it better. Bum, bum, bum. What the? Alright, I'm getting the rust off my gears, okay, man? Thought you were good at this game, guy. He's a fraud. I need to get back around to optimizing rooms, because a lot of them could be better. That guy... Oh, he did it this time! I was like, that guy never does that for me. He was just a little delayed. Oh. Whoops, whiffing. Alright. Head code? They do it a lot, okay? I hear music and I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Is this guy ever shut up? This guy stinks. Alright, time to mess up another trick. Stay back. Oh! I took real life damage from that. Wait. Oh, too early again. You Bizhawk timing. Gotta delay it. Thank you for that, Alex. Oh, that was good actually, and I walked away from it. Can I? Can I? Can you? Can we? Or not? Uh-huh. I think that's actually okay. Woo! Look at that! I'm like a pixel next to it. Yes, I do extra jump there every time. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, that went a little odd. Do 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 do. Slade the last day pointed out like Derust's soundtrack sounds like meow 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 meow. You know, like cat noises. Now I kind of hear it. What the hell? Bum, 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 bum. Wee. Matters. How did I lose so much time the last time? Yeah, these splits are god-awful. Want to be easy golds along the way? Is that what a gold looks like? Orange right now? Why is coal mine still in split? I thought I deleted that one. Right, that makes sense. We're making fresh splits, man. Do, 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 do. At least I didn't do the big Brian move of forgetting fastest speed. Why did I do that? Not even randomized. I'm upset. You crypto, you coin. Bro. You know, next time we do randomizers, we should all start with 1 health. Good idea, Sky. Good idea. Could be fun. So, I was messing around with, oh, fuck. Oh, what am I doing? I was messing around with the crowd control script. I forgot to add 1 or 2 items to be modifiable. I even added, like, the Book of Elna and all this other stuff that you don't really need to care about. It's just funny to have them, like, the player be able to give them in a crowd control setting. But, one thing I forgot, like, 2 things I forgot was the cloth boots and the cloth armor. Like, the things you have initially on your character. And I added them. If you take away cloth armor, something really funny happens. It's actually what decides how much damage you should take, like the armor itself. Otherwise, the game defaults to 1 damage. Yep. Everything will do 1 damage if you have 0 armor. It actually makes you weaker. So it's like, what? Okay. Like, the damage ratio is tied to your armor that way. It's really funny. So, I left it in the crowd control if people want to mess with that command. But if you take away the cloth armor, it'll be expensive and there's a timer on it. You can't take it away permanently. It's just really funny. Dude, Alex, where's your brain at? Take it out of the gutter, man. Visit Septimus? Sure. I'll visit Sepitermus. Bonnier material right there, I suppose. But yeah, we'll just take away all of his clothes. That's what I was trying to do. Sure, for sure. No, but like... There might be a way to like... You know when you swap to Maya? To just put that in the crowd control too? You putty. Like if we could find the variable for character, we could swap to Maya, but she has no attack animations. But if somebody made a mod for it, like added in a few attack animations, you could play as Maya instead. Funny. See, the more you wear, the weaker you are. So it only makes sense to play the game nude. Why am I wearing clothes right now? God damn it. And then swords, then maybe you'll be excited to play. I'd say too many things. What's more realistic right now is the ability to maybe out an archipelago, and what else is more realistic? A room rando potentially? The dream dungeons. I'm kind of relying on Dino Pony for that. Will he do it? I don't know. But I might look into the randomizer more and see if I can mess with the code. There's still multi-world for this game that exists. What did he do to the dream dungeons? He locked them away, Alex. I want to find the fire scroll for you. Do you like if I set up Archipelago, I wonder what game you would play, Fish. I'll be real though, I don't find rando that difficult anymore, necessarily, even if I get a longer seed or anything. But I do enjoy trying to get like a good time on it and, you know, finding my strats along the way. But I think a mixture of different presets would be nice, like... I don't mind playing a seed that has less life vessels or so, or less armor upgrades. It can be fun. But if I'm racing, like, we'll just probably just go with the default stuff. Makes sense. But for challenge runs, we might be messing with that stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, you're kidding me. I want the orange Jesus. Kingdom Hearts, obviously? Okay. Fair enough. That's a strange mix, isn't it? I just don't know how hard that stuff is to set up. Somebody was saying a Symphony of the Night plus Alundra would be really cool. Kind of like how, was it Link to the Past? Super Metroid, I guess? Because Castlevania is a Metroid. You know, Metrovania. I think so too, Sphere X. If I couldn't get Archipelago working, I could look into that instead. The Vlad relics would be equal to crests, but there's 5 Vlad relics and 7 crests. So that is a bit tricky. I have a random thing to throw out. What if Melsis was killable by something that isn't Fire Wand or Randomizer? Would that be good? Like, he's just killable by more stuff. Can Sword even hit him? You know, the final... Yeah. Final attack. Kill would have killed it, Falcon. He sees it like, oh fuck, what am I supposed to do about that? What am I doing? Heart attack. It's so fucking shiny! And you have like 50 of them? Why'd I dash like an idiot there? What's the difference? There's like a 2-frame difference between emulator and console. Could be 3, but it's at least 2. I'll time it someday. I forgot about these commands. Some of them are very ancient. I'm swinging the flail because I'm using emulator timing where I have to press things earlier. Oh, fuck. Gotta love my spaghetti here. What's up? What's up? Say, what's up? What's up? We need to bring that back. What's up, bro? What brings you around these parts, man? Of all the gin joints in the world. D-O-G. What? Lore drop? Yo. Slade is a freaking expert Randall player now. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. What if I didn't get Sandcape here, guys? Alright, for sure, the amount of soft locks in the Alundra randomizer aren't ideal for newer people, but at least the item give script thing exists, like the program that can give you items. I think people should try to use that if they get stuck. Now, I could make a failsafe script, but if people start relying on a failsafe script like, here, you soft lock yourself, but I'll give you the item while you're in this room or in this area, That would probably kind of go south quickly, because then you just go somewhere without an item, and then you get it for the area you need it. With the Dreamwalker tool, you could probably remove some of the softies, to be honest. But it would be a different version of the game. Please, 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 bro! Stop moving! The expert? Do you not feel like an expert now? Alright. Okay. Alright. I'll give Lex second on the randomizer player list, because he's done a bunch of them with the tracker and stuff. If Robin started playing with tracker, probably pop off as well, but a different story. But maybe third place that way played? You know? You've gotten real good at, like, knowing where to go and what to do. What scares me is if, you know, our boy Spirix ever gets the hang of things. We're doomed. Hey, why'd I do that? Fucking rando Brian. It's when I talk, like, the wrong habits come out. Wait a second, this is good. Hot dog percent run? How is Robin so good at, like, top 1 hot dog jumper? Gotta be, right? The triple jumps and everything? Wait, I could be throwing bombs down. Not used to it. I could... I used to be... Oh, that strat's too awkward, but now I'm like, I could totally do that strat here. Not too awkward, but I just... Yeah. I haven't landed a triple jump, but I've tried plenty of times. I'll work on it again at some point. But Robin landed that in a run, like, a few times. At least twice. It's kind of crazy. And it changed the routing a bit. But is it worth it? Because triple jumps can lose you so much time. And I feel like they're like a trick that needs active practice. Like, you're not getting them unless you're... Oh man, it's hard to say. It's just brutal. Well, at least you don't lose a ton of time missing one, you know? You could say the same about double jumps. It's fun to walk in here with, like, spring bean, and long boots, and just beat the dungeon with those. Use bean in the next room to cheese. Like, frick, this is a hittable switch that way. You never know in this game. Oh! Oh, what am I doing? Missing jumps. My weakest double jump will probably always be my vertical downwards double jump. Down. Someone hitting like a... Is it faster to drop here? No. It is fun to do. Wait, I lost time on previous segment? Oh. Damn. Oh. It's actually easier to do that room without long boots, because like you can get the small jumps. Ah. I'll get that at some point. Need to practice. Oh, what the? Forget. It's faster, smooth. Oh, cool. Let's go. Second time loss, reset. Wait, what am I doing? In Rando, I do come in here with like long boots a lot of the time. Dude, I don't remember the exact bomb placement. I'm just gonna YOLO stuff. Well, that didn't quite work the way I wanted. Oh, the split? I was gonna remove coal mine split. I'm on a weird part of the menu. Okay. What the? Oops, I dropped it. I was just surprised that guy was... Oh, this would have worked on the staircase. So rude. Imagine messing up my own strat. Bad sky. Bad drop. Okay, why is it doing that? I can't see anything when it goes black. It was black on my screen, and it was like... Yeah, that's so strange. I'll have to look into that. Wind extinct? Damn. That is the correct conclusion to be jumping to. Completely rational. I still gotta do these rooms in the fastest way. But, I'm okay with the way I do them. Maybe practice that. There's good time save there. The one I do, like, adds more buffer room between each one, but I still don't get there in time sometimes. Oh, yep. Pop this. The following rooms are... Oh, well, yeah. For what it's worth, I do think Ancient Shrine... Like, as much as I like the dungeon, they could have put a bit, like... They could have trimmed a little bit from the length of it and added more to a different dungeon, maybe? But I'm quite happy with it, no matter what. If 1, 1, 2... What? Run! I forgot. I wanted you to do this and go over here instead, and then throw it there, and then... Ba-dum, ba-dum. Yeah, if they trimmed a few things and worked on a boss, it might have been better for them. The lack of unique bosses in some dungeons is it's a shame. Because I do think this game had good potential for boss design, it just doesn't lean into it enough. That being said, the game's freaking super long and got so much content and so much goodies. Like, the game feels great to play. Like, obviously, all that's true. Sandworm boss would be fucking sick. Yeah, Alex, that would have nailed it. Giant sandworm boss. Like, I would have removed a couple of the last few puzzles, like, or, you know, spike room drop puzzle or something. And work on sandbox.
Feel the power of my magic!
Almost on time. Let's recreate it. Perfect. Alex knows. That network. You're going to see more run stuff you haven't seen before. Network hasn't really seen runs. He's doing shocked Pikachu face when something strange happens. Got them all? Yeah. Pure skill. I manipulated. I went and worked on my RNG for that room. Yep. Just get good at RNG. That's all you need. You could save so much time in your 100% run if you did that, Spirit X, you know? Just worked on your RNG strats, you know? Pull out a rabbit's foot or something. The things I say definitely make sense, right? Yo, fucking hell. Oh, the boys are here. Let's go. Yeah, a new Castlevania game announced. I'm fucking hyped as shit. Dude, I just need to play every Castlevania now. Those games are my fucking jam. Enki, I might be following in your footsteps and making a game soon. And I think it's got to be like somewhat like a Castlevania at the very least. Metroidvania style. Is that only PS5 exclusive? Did it not have a Steam page? Damn. I know you really like the God of War series. Do you still like the new Kratos compared to the old one? Like, they've really changed up how his character is. I know people have mixed vibes about it. They do PC version, not going to be soon? Yeah, it's likely they don't want to lose that market, right? If you're going to make a big budget game, you're not going to want to... I almost thought about getting that chest. Rand O'Brien. Ah. Ooh, Kiki! I do not like it anymore because it doesn't need to exist. Like, we've had Steam for years, and PC is, like, pretty goated for games. It's just kind of the exclusion of competition is part of it, I think. But then, if you're a developer, you probably, unless you get paid a lot, you'd really want your thing to be on everything. If I was a dev, I'd be like, yeah, man, no, don't want exclusivity deals, potentially. But if I needed the money, yeah, sure. But if I didn't, no. You never want an IP to get tied to something too much, right? Imagine being the Pokemon company and get stuck on Nintendo hardware, and then they keep whipping you to make new games, and your department doesn't know what the heck they're doing, so they outsource half the work, and there's way too little employees, and you keep pooping out games, and the Pokemon series goes to crap, and company employees exposes the motto that it's Pokemon, it will sell anyway. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a bit smudge. I'll just play Nuzlocke and shit and play the old games. I need to play the other version of the game. Oh, what the hell am I doing? That you made, Enki. I played it a bit at one point, but I need to properly. Oh, yeah, definitely. Aria Sorrow. I don't know if I like Circle. I mean, I still think I'd like it. I just know that Aria is a banger. It was funny. Jimmy was playing it, and he's like, "Oh, this game's good," and then he does the things, and then he's like, "Okay, I need to collect everything." He's like, "Oh, yeah." He couldn't just, you know, put it down. It makes for an excellent roundup too. So all the Billy mix-ups. Oh, you played all of those? Sick. So it's a bit strange that you haven't done that. Oh my god. I think Aria is a better game casually than Symphony of the Night. And depending on your taste, it might be the better of those two games. I have yet to beat Dawn, though. But I hear people feel different ways about it. Some people really like it, and others are like, oh, it's good, but it doesn't hit the same. Anyway. During the COVID. Sounds like a bad book title. Better than Portrait? Interesting. Oh, please, 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 please. Yes. Don't know why I cared about that health drop. I felt bad for it, I guess. Dude. That's always fun to do, that part. Yay, my whole hands. Let's give the player's own quest after being said someone. Oh, gotta love it. Anybody that wants to have a bad day to play Final Fantasy 9 and try to follow the strategy guide. Because what it does, it tells you how to beat the area that you're in, like if you're getting lost or whatnot. But then it tells you all of the secret items after that section has been complete. Afterwards. And some of it is links to websites that are dead. Oh my god, I hated it. I went to the text guide after a while. Such a... It's like... The FF8 guide was amazing. What the hell is this? Beyond the Beyond Reminder Sky. You should play this. One of the games I wanted to play was Crosscode. I don't know. Maybe I'll still play it at some point. Wah, 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 wah. Instead of Hammer Bros, we have Indigestion Bros, and I'm quite happy. First try, question mark? Balls. That count as a failed attempt. I don't know if I want to throw it there. I think it's still possible, but I'm not doing it. Alright. Dude, easy. Ow! How did I get hit by that? Just being dumb now. I saw that happening. It's like in slow motion.
Bruh.
Whatever works. Ah, yeah, I wasn't low enough. Up a little, then up right. There we go. Is that Super Mario? I think that one is, at least. I need to remove the Gilder commands when I'm not doing crowd control. They're just always there. Good meme, though, because you get no points for redeeming them on a day. That's not... Why to go black there? I couldn't see my screen. Genuinely couldn't see the screen, dude. It looked frozen to you guys. Okay, I need to look into fixing that. That's insane. That just happens rhythmically out of nowhere. I popped 2 herbs and dashed towards the water. Or like just held right. What terrible timing though. Yeah, that definitely needs to be fixed. It could be one of those device power saving settings that Windows has on by default. I don't know. Tell me how that feels fair. I'll probably get killed with that. Nah. I could still pause. But I was just like... Panic mode. 2 herbs. Yeah, Splice Run. I could never play this well. Wait, I did that wrong. I'm supposed to pop below the thing. Yep. Banana terracotta pie. I'm actually going to hold on to the Wonder Essence. I know. Just in case I screw up a lot of bomb jumps. I doubt it's going to happen, but, you know, rust and stuff. Let's see. Down, down. Whoops. Well, that still worked. The beam that my butt worked. Feed the void, guys! Remember to feed your local void. And... whee! Beep bop. So, if I want to save more time in future runs, pick up less vessels, pick up less herbs. They're too easy time saves, but it's riskier, of course. I need to work on certain rooms. Like the symbols in Ancient Shrine is one. I think Maya's Dream in general could be a bit better. Couple of different things, and not spaghetti and run in the wrong direction. I do that at least once per run, and I'm like, no. How was the run? It's going back. True. Yeah, good. Nothing disastrous so far. That's a good sign, right? Hasn't gone. It's up yet. If you look at the splits, you're like, oh my god, he's saving freaking the world amount of time here. Yeah, it's not real. These splits are like new ones and kind of scuffed, so otherwise, yeah. Will I PB today? I don't think so, but it's possible. Oof. I was like barely off though. Too early. Kinda looked good, but no. Did I not hold right enough? I don't think that was it. It'd probably work from there and there, so I don't know why I'm being so exact about this. Thank you. Too late? Too early. Okay. Too early again. What is up with me? I want to put all that healing. We'll get it back in match. Oop. Spaghettied. If I'm going to get less health pickups, those areas are going to be riskier. Gotta work on my bums. Come on, bro. With all these symbols, it really felt like they had something else in mind, but they didn't commit to it. I don't know. The vibe I get from that room, but all good. Part of me's like, I could use LR to swap back to my fire wand. It is funny though, like, I thought that habit would come in to screw me more, but it doesn't really. I guess when I'm holding the PlayStation 1 controller, you know, my brain kind of goes, yeah, you can't do that. And I guess speedrunning habits kick in anyway, because you're like always menuing the same places. Ow. Stop it. Did May fail Fire Manor? Wait, I forgot. Is that a thing? Stupid. She didn't want to walk into the fire. Maybe Alundra's just too smart, right? Duh. He's supposed to be doing. What is Jess's name in Japanese? It starts with an A, right? Like the characters for it are like something so. Or it's funny. Jess-san? Anzes. Yeah, okay, there. Anzes. There we go. I guess why they chose Jess in that case. I mean, Jess is a nice, easy name to say as well. Anzesu. Or Anzes, because if you can remove the U from the end of a lot of Japanese words in terms of pronunciation. This part actually makes me hungry now. Every time. So I was making the joke, oh, that's my stomach, guys. And now every time I'm like, dude, I want to eat pizza or something now. This is where if you had pizza, you'd eat it, right? That's how it works. Or if you had like a burrito, or a brisket, or lasagna, or a wrap, or pancakes. Or sandwiches. Your new thing, I eat food at that part. I'll just crack open some noodles, have it like a kettle boiled. Oh, there's not much time to eat noodles there. I'd have to get good at one-handing it. Damn it, I shouldn't have dashed there. You know? Any good wood-handers out there? What am I saying? Our meal minimum? Yeah, so I have to measure the calorie amount. Make sure we're doing the challenge. Alundra speedrun plus 500 calorie meal. He pressed some buttons too early. But I do think that's like the thing is like when you're used to speedrunning this game on hardware, when you play on emulator, it feels like a little bit off. You know, the timing of things. But there is a phenomenon where the brain adjusts to like sync things together more so. Like there was this experiment on pressing a button and a light turns on. But the light turned on at a slight delay compared to the button. And people's brains tend to sync the two together. When the button's pressed, the light turns on. And so it kind of creates this illusion that when they put the button back in time, they feel like the button flashed in the future. Like they don't know, their brain had to resync again. And it freaked people out, but it was a good experiment. So in a way, even if you're playing with a slight input delay, your brain will try to compensate, but it's still there. Like, two or 3 frames is a big deal. I'd say 2. I don't want to say 3 without knowing for sure. If it's 1, I'd be shocked, but I've been thrown off by a single frame before when I was playing Mega Man 1. I was trying to do like a speed run on emulator. Thrown off way more than I expected, like, to be honest. The reason I say 2 is just like the visual cue I use for certain things feels that way. The double jumps. Basically, if a trick is very precise, that's where you're gonna mess up things. But you can retiming your double jumps. Once they're retimed, they kind of start to sync again. But with other tricks, let's say you're doing conveyorless, you're doing around the rock jump, doing bomb jumps, that will take a bit of time to reconfig. Not that bad, it's just kind of learn 2 different timings, right? And it takes a sec for it to warm back up to the other timing, I feel like. You could say what to say with double jumps, but you can do those for free without losing any time. Did I damage this somewhere? Oh! Do I remember what I do here? Oh, I don't remember it properly, but I'm gonna go for it. Yeah, I remember. Woo! Wait. I've short-circuited myself somehow. That is, in fact, a bad thing to be doing right now. Okay, yeah, I don't know why I pushed that one over, it's fine. Oh yeah, thank you. Just totally intended. Damn it. But to anybody doing the randomizers with like the tracker and stuff like that, if you have access to overworld checks, they actually are like the ones to gun for 90% of the time. Unless you still go to turns, because turns isn't that long. But that's something I noticed, like, oh, I have access to merman boots and flail. I'll check out cliffs, I'll check out a bunch of different areas. I get spring beat, I'm just like, I'm fucking doing the whole overworld checks as much as possible now. Yeah. And that kind of like... The overworld is so valuable when you have the ability to access it. I don't know why that randomly popped in my brain, but it did. I guess when you commit to a dungeon, it takes a while to pull the checks out of it. You know what I mean? But if you like go, oh, I don't really have access to much more overworld, then sure. But if you do, then it's like, might as well still check it. But the hint tracker does help with that. Like you're getting rewarded for beating a dungeon by knowing where another crest is. I'm trying to obey logic. Never try to. You can obey logic, but once you have Spring Bean, you're better off just doing whatever you feel. But you can have logic in the back of your head, like, oh, wait, I'm still missing Flail? But, you know, it can't be on these rocks, so it has to be in this area. Like, unless you're missing something important after doing a lot more checks, you're kind of like, do whatever. But if you're still missing that important thing, you can just start to work out where it still could be. Like, alright, yeah, it can't be here, it can't be here. Like, Tree Gem is never going to be in Merg Woods. Fire Wand is never going to be in Merg Woods. I'll pick it up at Magiscar. I don't want to go too far out of my way for things right now. Nice menu. I thought it was like on Sword Last or something. I don't know what I thought I was on actually. Yo, Lozo Areno. Bing bong. Lozo. No build issues today, okay? No build issues. I think. Although I did use quite a bit of healing to get the Fire Manor. So some build issues. Good RNG. If Alfredo shows up again, quitting the run. There has been cutouts, though, on the Elgato side. Has it ever happened to you, dude? Where the Elgato, like, turns off and on briefly? It used to happen to me, but I found a fix for it, but as I said, I'm using my mini PC these days a lot more often, so I gotta figure out. Yeah. I'm just cursed, man. Whoa! We need a buff for this fight. Alright, Alundra rebalance bosses. I mean, some randomizers do that, right? Where, like, they randomize certain cooldowns or attacks or even damage values and stuff from bosses. Yeah, incredibly bad. Yep. I feel like this is, if I'm looking back at my old runs, like a little lower than average. A little behind average, essentially. For the rock lines? Just arbitrarily making it harder. Technically, we could use a Dreamwalker tool to make, like, the will to fight harder. Or, like, to remove the safe spot from Melz's brain room. Or make Melz's, like, if we could put spikes in Melz's boss room. Because once he gets going, he's actually kind of scary, right? The bookcase thing didn't save him the last day. Yeah, Alundra hard mode, you get it. Remember that game mod version I made with like all the extra dungeons put in, kinda? Made a room for different warps? I still have that file. Maybe we'll look back into that again. Does anybody know the US cheat for clipping over objects? Why haven't I put that in the crowd control? I guess you could solve it yourself, that's the problem. Yeah, with the Zane death. And the couple of other, like, beta version of Bonaire's Dream. The Cliffs of Madness dungeon that they didn't commit to. Dun, 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 dun. It is, as I said, for like, for about 2 years, I just couldn't do as much streaming or anything as I wanted because I had to move a lot of stressful things happened IRL. Like, even though I'm back at streaming right now, like, some things are coming up in 2 months that I don't know if I can do it as much then. I'll see. I'm always going to try to. But I'm trying to get back into it and get things more stable again. I'm going to have to turn on the light in the room. A long cutscene, so yeah. I did, but it feels so much more stressful to do things when your life is a bit unstable. Like, I was less interested in... I still committed to doing things every now and then, but I felt very, like... kind of burnt out a bit, like... So I was, like, still working on certain things, but not as avidly as I would have normally done. It's snowing? Nice. Oh, I burnt Jess. And I'm running out of the town, very weird. But whatever. Get away with the crime. Take the route where they spot me less, you know? Nice. Ba, 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 ba. Enjoy the snow. Does it not snow there often? I think you said something like that, or am I confused? Someone else. I should just run down further. What am I doing, bro? I'll just do it from over here. Welcome to the Netherlands. Nice. Oh. What? What am I doing? Wait a second. Why did you activate? Okay, that's something I can practice. It's really... The 2-cycle shit is so spicy. Here we go. Hey, I could have picked this up and after here, right? And then Magiscar. Don't know if I'll really need it, but it's not too far out, right? What am I visiting? The plan? I don't know. It could be April, but then like that black mega speed runs. Oh, jeez, the heck! You rip off scam artist. Our mind crazy. Crazy talk. You don't live too far from each other, right? I think these splits must be based off of some I've downloaded or something as well, because these times make no sense. Kind of like some timings I downloaded from the old run, plus some of my one or two of my own. I don't know. It's really confusing me.
Fire scroll.
Poggers! I do need to work on some streamage stuff. So instead of going live someday, I'll have to work on that. Can I walk there? So who's up for rando racing next weekend? Put Alex and Lozo on team together, Kappa. That might be too powerful, right? Hopefully you? Yeah, feel free to let us know. Well, there is denying it, but probably objectively wrong. Don't worry about it. Guys, I'm gonna die like 50 times here to get the thingy. Oh, maybe that's way too soon. That is way too soon. Legend Sword strats? Exactly. when we used to kill Wilda and like freaking, how many hits was it? It was like 4 hits or something. Good times. When somebody dies, it does screw up the multi-world slightly. I've noticed this. I updated it since, but it's like... I think what you need to do if somebody dies is turn off the multi-world while you're giving yourself back all the items. Then turn it back on. Oh, wrong one. Maybe sword? I don't know. Fire one works equally well, what am I thinking? So if you remember to do that, then I think we're good. Candy. Oh, I don't even have that. I don't have any of that time up. Alfredo, I forget my best time, to be honest. My LB is flickered again. For some reason, that's a thing. Yeah. Fish gave us candy. Lozo, I got a question. You said you sent me an item. Did you use my name? My Twitch name? Uh-oh. If it has to be signed for, and my old man sees it, he'll be confused. And I don't know how that will go down. Because that's where I let it be sent. Okay. Cheap? Alright. That cheap, huh? You even care? I'm not ready for this. No worries, dude. Too soon? Right now. Bum, 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 bum. I need to do what Spirit X does here. Whatever that is. Ah! I can slide the block by throwing it vertically, but when they go back into the ground, it just doesn't work. Oh, this is risky on this much health. Yeah. I guess shit happens. It'll be fine. Dun, dun. Boom. My dad had an aquarium at work, used to feed the fish there, but until I was like 8. Catch tadpoles to grow turtle food? Crazy. What's in regret? Could I have done that? Yeah, it's fine. It's just one round of meatballs and a charged fire wand. I don't think I need to. I don't think I should dash there. It's best not to reminisce. What if they were good times? Anybody have a good time? Question mark? Oh! Need to be further away, I guess. Bruh. At least I didn't get slimed. Didn't get Nickelodeon slimed. Alright, so pop this, that. Both? It's crazy. I remember when I was a kid, I used to go around hitting people in the arm in the schoolyard when I was like really young. And I got told off for it, and I still did it. And then eventually I stopped. Just run up, grab someone there, bite it, and run off. Really stupid. And I broke a lot of the locks and stuff in the school. And clothes, like those coat hangers, I used to break those too. Biting. With teeth. It was a short-lived phase, though. Oh, nice. Yeah, it was very nice. Something else I used to do, but it's more in my teens. I used to open tins with my canine food because it was sharp enough to do it. But these days, it's kind of blunt. I think I wore it down. It's funny to think about. I could have done some real damage, you know? I ain't going for the spicy jump here. No! I ain't going for anything here.
Bruh.
Thank you for that. Who misses that? For real. Wait, forgot I should be tackling you first. Sometimes my Brian is offline, I swear. Wait, why am I doing it non-fire wands? Excuse me. Why is that happening right now? Nobody said a thing. Never broke anything? Perhaps been a few times? Yeah, that one I avoided, because that seemed like clearly way too risky. Okay, I did do it once or twice, but it hurt, and I realized, bad. Whoops. Ah. It's impressive, but it's also like, if you have bad technique, you're gonna chip a tooth. You're probably gonna chip a tooth eventually. They never broken anything? Yeah. That's impressive, though. I am impressed. I remember a friend of mine was messing around with a practice combat knife. And it's like a blunt knife-looking blade that you do for practicing a knife attack or something. And he was flipping it, and it's really thick, the blade, so like not sharp at all. It landed into his mouth and it chipped his front tooth. And ever since, he doesn't want to like flip anything in his hands too much. Like it reminds him. Well, at least nothing like that. Oh no, smiley! What's with the smiley face, bro? You have to like get it repaired and everything. Oh no! Smiley face. There was a bit of like, I don't know what happened exactly, because I wasn't looking, I just heard. Something like that. Alright, I'm gonna... Oof, forgetting. Shaking my head. I see. Feel like I'm being gaslit over here. Aww. I guess it's too low if you throw from the go all the way down and throw from the side. Why am I even thinking about stuff for this room? Go. Bum 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 bum. Sus map. Pure guys. Made in Germany in the 1940s, is that right? Everybody like, but that's not how it looks, you know? Not exactly. This is a different symbol. It just looks like a flipped version, kinda. It comes out in Germany. Schnitzel. Lederhosen. Oktoberfest? I don't know. The way people say things really funny. Just straight up nothing. I don't know, I meme anyway. Oh, that's when I double hit and then, yep. It's on point? That was memeing, dude. I don't know how to pronounce things. I'll probably pronounce it differently every time. Schnitzel. Say. You gotta build up a lot of phlegm. Anti-Germanization, yeah. The funny thing is, like, when they say, oh yeah, and it's like, oh yeah. It's like, wait a second. Is that real, or is that just a meme? Alright. Kind of, like, I imagine he has, like, a Dutch version of German, which is funny. Alright, so we're gonna nuke the boss, and keep both of our magic heals for later. Please hit, please hit, please hit. More countries than me. A lot of, like, I don't know. Say when people are from America, it's like, I'm sorry I'm from America, and like, I'm sorry I'm from Germany. I'm like, why is it nothing? Not your fault. Damn. Being sorry for being from a country, damn it. Sanctuary. Sanctuary. I got a swap item and I didn't. I mean, because of thick sausages. Yeah, thick sausages are the problem with Germany. They're so threatening with their thick sausages. To scare the rest of everybody around the world with them. Wait, I could have swapped to this. Well, I can't until I go screen transfer. It is, and I don't think I'd like that people hate themselves for being born in a place. It's not like they're the ones that cause any of the problems. Like, your history can be something to be, like, studied and avoided, but it's also not your fault. You shouldn't feel guilty. You shouldn't have to, like, capitulate in dumb ways to make up for it. Just be a good person and that's enough. That's how I feel. Like, and I think it makes sense. Like, common sense.
What the hell is this?
Way too globalized to think within national borders? That's true. I feel like this will diverge into a political thing if we get too far into it, but yeah, I can agree with that. It almost reminds me of original sin from the Bible, where everybody's supposed to feel guilty and make up for it. Now, I don't have anything against religion necessarily in that way, like Christianity, that depends, but yes, not necessarily. Obviously, I just wanted to say that, like, it feels like that, and I don't think that's a great concept to put on yourself. Like, oh, I'm terrible because I'm born here, and I must make up for that. If people have a good culture and decent people that are understanding, that's all you really need. And if people try to disrupt that and make an indecent culture, you should be trying to avoid indecent cultures. That's how you make a better future. That's how I think. Anyway, I'm gonna not get too bogged into it. With all the German bread? Yeah, this is how I feel. When I go to the Netherlands, I will go there and embrace the culture. I'm going to eat, like, Dutch food. I'm going to see if I can find something Dutch to wear. I'm going to get carried away. I'm going to enjoy myself and the culture. A lot of culture isn't just one note and black and white. It's like, look at all these nice things this culture has. Well. Yo, welcome, Gav. Good to see you, broski. We gotta do more Dark Souls again. I'm just saying. Throwing it out there. So today, there's like 3 or 4 different cultures, and that's good. Might have to say yes. True. I blackmailed you into it. You came in here just to say poggers, and I'm like forcing your hand, man. I'm an asshole. Whoa, hail Lorenzo. Alright, let's see if we get it. I don't think so. Oh, I didn't even bonk! I'm playing emulator timing. I keep pressing things too soon. Because there's a delay. It's fine. I think the next run it will, like, get back on point. I don't know for doctors, but I mean, you're good, man. Whenever you feel up for, like, if next weekend suits you, I'm down. Alright. Let's go. Alright. Gonna ignore Sepiterminal. Terminal 14. Your flight is delayed. Yo, let's go. I can do this. Lorenzo. You know that meme? You know that meme? And it's been way too long since I was like comfortably doing runs. Oh yeah. I've had to often stream in short bursts, like kill Lorenzo. Let's see if that works. Wait, we have to wait for the part to come in. Or we can do it here. Kill Lorenzo. Sorta. Am I being way brainwashed? A little bit. That's what we're here for. I played it when I was a kid, so I played it when it was relatively new, yeah. Blame Alex! I thought he was your teammate, and he just turned around and started talking about killing you. I think there is some trouble in paradise here. Got the book, go up here, yep. Dude, I'm not even dashing. I'll be shocked. Okay, the lyrics are Hail Lorenzo. Okay? Not kill Lorenzo. But I mean, if you mishear it that way, then I blame your ears. Is the door open? No, I gotta do this again. My bad. Wait, I gotta talk to Septimus. Dude, I'm remembering things all wrong. Go, 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 go. Do thingy there. Is this just a spike drop? No, it is the thing. Okay. I was worried that. And then there's Ronan watching us. Alright, I guess I'm out of here, guys. Good knowing you. Blockage. My blockage. How do you go to yours? My cheese. It's always my cheese. Well, that's a pretty free setup. Okay, this one might be a little more awkward. I keep swinging early and stuff. Well, I didn't need to hold square there at all. Nope. This is the most spaghetti sanctuary in a while. I guess when you're in a dungeon where you need to repeat, like, certain areas a bit, it gets confusing. Like, if you're going to the same rooms over and over, that's where, like, confusion happens. Time to open this chest while it falls, again! Because somehow that has happened to me more than once. Skybox harder the second. Okay, at least the crowd control stuff is cheaper now. You gotta be irresponsible with your skybox and your tokens and shit. It's ridiculous. It's a rule or something, apparently. Who's Gamble? Buddy, you weren't here until you say gamble all. What is happening? Out of nowhere, Bonnie has to tune in. It's like, I heard somebody's not gambling. That's Bonnie's contribution to this conversation. It's either that or somebody stop playing Metal Slug. Who's it? Who said bad things? You know, I will play Metal Slug. I actually am. The more I watch Foddy play it, the more I want to play it. It's the problem. Oh, you got here when I started? Oh, yeah. I guess he hasn't said anything for a bit. That's my bad. Yeah. I'm gonna shut up now. We need a responsible candidate in this stream. Everybody else just terrible with their finances. What if Sky tokens were, like, usable for certain things? Like, you could ban somebody with Sky tokens? Huh? Now we're talking. Foddy be like, wait, if I get enough of them. Lorenzo, huh? If you guys can come up with a fun idea for Sky tokens, I might entertain it. You only have... How do I say it like that? Wait, you can't Gamba? Did it break? People who lose at gambling just haven't gambled enough to win. You know? Because eventually you'll win. You just gotta keep doing it. Like, you think giving up is the right solution? You're not gonna win ever again if you give up. Banana split. No softy today's. I hope there's another way to fix the cutscenes. That would save so much time. But I don't think so. Because the game progression switches are like work a certain way. I think this is the smartest. Cool that the game allows it. You know? The way this game progression works is usually linear enough, but the way the NPCs spawn in and out to create different events is dependent on certain items or stuff as well. and the shop's game progression resets the game progression back temporarily. It's very funky. Very funky. But because it all kind of works that way, you have to do a few extra steps to get it back on track. Which is always interesting. You raffles, I forgot of those. Let's pray to the no gravestone. I guess there's two different types of progression going at the same time. That's why the stone isn't appeared either. Which is a bit odd. Like the game progression thing for shop is still in the past. So I think it's working like this. Hear me out, right? The shop is a more thorough check of game progression. It checks what you've done in the game so far, and then puts you, maybe not thorough, but like puts you where it thinks you should be. While the other one just goes off of where you are currently after beating a dungeon. And if that is how it works, it actually makes sense. Just don't know for sure. If my Gambo's scam don't win, yeah, don't do it if Lozo's winning. Maybe Alfredo should, because it might be Uno reverse day. Makes sense to me. Alright, we'll grab this. Oh, it's the other way. The other way. Anybody like pan flutes? Yeah, it sounds like pan flutes, right? I need to go to a foreign market and start up my own pan flute band and sell our latest CD. You know? The pan fluters and the flute. Fluter Bonanza will be the name of it. What has been loads of today? Holy shit. Mod privileges for sure. Okay, I think he needs to calm the fuck down. His britches are too big for his britch. Yo, big spender over here. GG's. He's crashing the stocks. That they are. I didn't want to say it. Yeah, this is a dungeon I need to be faster at in future. But I could save time in H-Try. I could save time in my stream. I could save time in Sanctuary if I practice a bit. I mean, it's routing that I was messing up. Loza lost it all? Insane. Why does it say you have no tokens to roulette? It's been saying that to everybody. Are you all a bunch of broke boys? Is that it? Wait. Where is she now again? Up here? Or not? Yeah. I was thinking of the next one. So, time save next time? The rust is real? Cool. Ba-da-bum. Oh, that doesn't work. Damn. Why do we play video games, guys? What is the meaning of all of this? Is this what you call fun? Yeah, kinda. Burn the witch! He said a bad thing about Skystream. If that were the case, don't look at my GTA playthroughs. That applies for everybody. Video games are Gamba? Interesting. Whee! A tree we can actually walk on. Like 2 of those in the game, as far as I know. Sorry, I mean, that's probably true. And probably lowball because of all the Metal Slug you be playing. Heart is evil, so I think. What are we talking about right now? Gosh, dang it. What about me? I'm evil. So, is it okay if I do evil stuff? Yeah. Don't tell me I can't do evil stuff, because I am evil. I've decided. Sith Lord. Alfredo's a Sith Lord. Body's like Palpatine. Do it. And Lozel's RPD2. There with zero. Shit, it is there. Guys, I need to pay more attention to what is happening in-game. Oh no, it's down there! Ugh! Imagine forgetting things. You called worse before. I'm not surprised. Is that why you always walk around in those bathrobes? Yes, yeah. I'm a Sith Lord, right? Yeah. Checks out. What am I even seeing? Yeah, 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 yeah. My estimate for this run is like 3 hours, 55 minutes. Something like that, because it's pretty rusty and I've been making a lot of mistakes. But it is a guess, of course. How does that make sense? Yeah, in the shower you were winning. Who are you arguing with in the fucking shower? I don't know your lifestyle though. You shouldn't be in the chair. You're doing that like... Was that what Jared Leto did? He broke into somebody's house and started living there. And they came back from holiday, found him in a bathrobe and stuff. And he was trying to practice for a role of being homeless or something. Good thing I don't have to say any of them. Why didn't the skeleton go to the party? Cause he had nobody to go with. How do you organize a space party? You plan it. Oh, that's... Why'd I... I'm done. Supposed to be up here. I miss my wife, but my aim is getting better. That was in Gravity Falls. Alright. Come on, guys. We're almost there. We could stick out another hour of this terrible stream. And beat the video games. It'd be cool to do Mega Speedruns live. Have you guys heard of Mega Speedruns? It's the other channel that me and your friends do. If that ever goes through, we're like wondering what to do when it goes. Like, if we can rent out a venue and get it running, we're wondering what the schedule should be. Probably gonna be a lot of Mega Man and like co-op races and other things. There could be a bunch of potential just do runs and stuff. Come on, come on. This would be the first time we've done something more serious like this. Be interesting. I've always been entertaining the idea that like the channel could become more like that. Split. A lot of early splits, yep. Didn't forget at all. Ba-bum. God dang it. What are you doing where I'm supposed to be dashing? Oh, dare you exist. Who owns those chickens and who owns the 2 dogs in the village? Does anybody know? Or are they just a collective villages? Why can't I kill the chickens? Let me walk to the side, let me walk to the side. Woo! Laura, I need to know too. I should try to walking downwards. The middle of his speech. So disrespectful, dude. Would have been funnier if it was thrown at him, though. Okay, I gotta delay this, because I do it early on emulator. The timing's different. Yep. 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 Okay. There we go. The visual cue is more accurate on hardware, because it's exactly when you touch the bean. But when you're on emulator, it's like the frames, a frame or two before you touch the bean. I aim for the frame before you touch the bean. Do. Lion's dog? Yeah, that's too bad. Those dogs have nobody to feed them now. Can't activate these torches with any other weapon in this dungeon. Other than barrels, I guess. Beep boop bop boop boop. Ooh, don't forget. It's mid. No. Oh no. That was left, wasn't it? And the game's cutting out. Can't see shit right now. Oh, I made a mistake, and now I'm kind of scatterbrained. I'll get that later. Alright, let's get back to a room I recognize. Yeah, that was definitely left. So, nobody's feeding the animals now. It's to get abandoned. Good to know. Ba-da-ba-dum. Wait, I'm doing left, middle, left, right, which is... later? Oh my god. It's middle, middle... Oh my god. He's gonna eat the chickens and the dog. Really? Is that even a question? Delay it. Delay your buttons, dude. These fishes are so distracting me right now. I can't focus. One more go. Not even landing on it. I'm trying to change the button timing for when I jump off of it, and I'm changing the whole input window for some reason. Okay, guys. Nice spaghetti. I realized what I did wrong, though, clearly. Now I do, at least. So, it's middle. Middle. I was confusing the first part of this dungeon with the second part. Washed but not clean is true, dude. Give me health. Yeah, I'll take that. Delay it, dude. Delay your button input. They're creative. Really? Really? Is it right, left, or left, right? It might have been left, right. I'll still get there in a sec. This room sucks. This room sucks. Again? Okay. Yo, indeed. The yo was supposed to be an auto command that never worked, by the way. It was supposed to like say yo whenever somebody said yo in chat, and it never worked. This is bad. But I've already done this room, so. Did I do this one? I don't think I did this yet. Oh, I did. Okay. This keeps cutting out. Wait, you can walk fair. You can walk down here? Weird. I think I did this one. Yep. And in trouble again. Oh. That could kill the run, actually. Thank you, fucking... God, that's annoying. If I whiff a single tornado, it's probably... Well, if I whiff one, survivable. If I whiff more than one, it's over. I think that's the case. I'm not sure. Hi IQ, it was weighing me down. This isn't Dark Souls. I don't get fat rolled for putting on a leather vest. Ugh. It's just so funny that, like, the idea of armor is obviously like, oh, I'm going to be super protected, but you're sacrificing the most pure form of defense, which is evasion. But no matter how good armor is in Dark Souls, a lot of the time you just prefer not to wear it. If you want the extra evasion roll. You know what I mean? But that is the balance. There is times where you go up to mid-roll. I don't think anybody wants heavy roll, necessarily. Unless you have high stats and you can just tank everything at that point. Jesus. That's such a dumb imagine. Oh no. Thank you, Lozo. So we'll just hope he swoops down right into me. Oh, he did. Let's go. Stay there. Stay there, I guess. Uh-oh. Please hit. It didn't, because he's doing the dumb attack and it didn't hit for some reason. And we're dead. Great. Yeah, that's a GG anyway. Any off-screen saws coming at me. So far I'm safe for some reason. And there's one there. And it's coming for me, and it's gone. How much damage is left in his health bar? It's going to be like 50 hits. That's going to be a lot of hits. This is insane. For some reason, I'm getting good Saw RNG, but I say that it's going to be cursed in a second. And I'm dead. Oh no. Ah! What the fuck? What do you mean, alive? Alive-o? There's another one. I don't trust it. Damn. Oh. Okay. I got roached. That's kind of what happened to this run. Roached. Out of all things. It happened because I spaghettied. Remembering the rooms. And I did not have healing. Partially because of trying to get Firebond early, and I avoid a lot of healing pickups. Or not a lot, but like a few. And the 2 herbs I had earlier got spent because the screen went black. That kept happening throughout the run for some reason. If that didn't happen, technically we'd be still in it. It's just so cursed. I gotta figure out why the Elgato's blacking out sometimes. Blackout drunk. GG's. If I hit another tornado there, we would have been okay. Wait, what is up with the splits? It says Navis. Oh yeah, I guess I split wrong at one point. I don't know. They're looking dodgy. Can I just end it? Here. But yeah, long story short. Fix the Elgato card. That'll be fine. Everything else feels fine. I know I mess up Nada's Keep and Sanctuary and bit of Maya's Dream in routing. But it's all back in there again. It just takes a sec. Click again. Next run, I'm pretty sure it'll be great. Or grand. One way or the other. So, GG's. I guess thanks for tuning in. We'll do one and done, because that's what I have time for today. And who's live? Who can send a raid to? By the way, I believe Windbook does 48 damage per hit. Or is it 24 and then 48 for double? Yeah, it's 24, 48 for double, right? And because he's a late game boss, no, he's a late game boss, so it does 8. No, yeah, it does 8. Right? Because it's a late game boss. So I have to do 8 more hits. Wait, I could have done that. I thought I had to do like 20 something more hits, even 50. Like I was getting real mixed up. Play your Wevel? I'll play your Wevel. I'll get around to it this evening, because that's the time I want to do all that stuff. I want to do a couple of things today before then. But yeah, I did leave it off yesterday, so I should do that today. Let's see who's live. And thanks for joining, everybody. I'll get back to doing more runs, and, you know. I think the Derust is all good. That boss, if you do not pause buffer, the stalls are just very unpredictable in a way. They can come in from off screen and catch you. We had a very low saw amount for a lot of that fight. But yeah. It's just the way they work. If we want anybody to truly figure out that fight, I think the person we need is Foddy. Bro, my Twitch page won't load. It's just infinite buffering. What the hell? I can't load Twitch to see who's live. I guess we just end. That's so screwed. Hey, I think I found some solution. And yeah. We'll give a rate to Esugi. That sounds good to me. My browser's kind of frozen up there. Esugi. He is a classic Final Fantasy runner. He runs all of those classics, mainly the PS1 and Fantasy 10 stuff as well. I don't know. He just does it all. He's an excellent runner, and awesome vibes always there, so we'll give Esugi a raid. And I'll see you all next time. I'm just making sure I spell his name correctly, because, yeah, Esugi. Esugi. Perfect. And I appreciate everybody chilling, having fun. It's always a good time to do these Lunder runs, and I'll be back at it again soon. Next weekend, most likely do some Lunder races. It'll be the raid message. Peace. Have a nice night, everybody.